Hi there, this is Zakia, and I'm here with you today with my letter about the mother whose son who just recently came out. Before I do that, I want to say thank you to Kim Collins and Damon. Kim gave me some tips on where to look on the phone when I'm recording, and Damon came in and watched me look in different spots and told me where I needed to look. So they were my tag team today. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this letter. It's kind of not very long. It's not that long. Dear Zakia, I first want to say that I have nothing against gays and lesbians. I know this will sound very cliche-ish, and many people say this, but I enjoy a lot of gay and lesbian people. I know many of them and have great relationships with them. However, my 24-year-old son just came out. I'm not sure how I feel. I always thought he was just really caring and sensitive. His father and I were divorced when he was a kid, and I always thought because he was solely raised by me that he was just a little bit more caring than the other boys. Well, he finally told me that he was gay, and it just crushed all of my dreams for him and the ideas of him getting married and having children. I am not sure what to say to family when they ask, and I feel a little embarrassed. I know people are looking at me and judging me for my son being gay. I want him to be happy, but I'm really scared of the life that he will live. I'm not against gay rights or anything. I just wanted a normal family. Sincerely, a dreaming mom. Okay, a dreaming mom. I'm going to answer this the best I can without you feeling attacked by me, because a lot of times when we ask for advice, we really don't want the advice. What we really want is confirmation that we're right. And so since you sent me an email, I am going to answer that because these are my thoughts. These are solely my thoughts on how I am interpreting your letter. So first off, yeah, no one actually has issues with gay people when they're in the choir, they're making your music, making your food, helping you pick a shade of makeup at the makeup counter, helping you with lipstick, making you laugh, beating your movies, and all of those things. We only have a problem with people who are gay when they become a member of our family. And that is what I'm seeing right here. You don't have to agree with your son's life. I mean, no one's holding you hostage to agree. But in actuality, you have to be kind. You have to treat people like you want to be treated. I always tell people I don't have the job to judge people on who they're dating or anything like that. My job is to love people and be supportive and be caring, and only judge people by the content of their music. That's it. That's the only way I'm going to judge you. And if you marry your first cousin, now it could be worse things that your son is doing. You could be marrying his first cousin, you know. You could have a niece-in-law. Imagine that one at the family reunion. So there are so many other things that's worse than your child being gay. I have a son who's been arrested, who didn't finish high school, and who is now about to be a father. No, this is not the life that I would have liked for him to have. I thought that he would do things that would make himself proud and happy, but those are his decisions. And whether I agree with them or not, I love him and he's still my son. Now, you're worried about what other people are saying, and you're worried about that because they're saying the same things that you think in your head. And to not worry about what people are thinking about with your son is that you need to change the way you think about your son. He's still your son at the end of the day. Nothing has changed but his partner preference. That's it. That's it. And who's to say he is not going to get married? That wedding is going to be gay-mazing. Okay? So you have so many things to look forward to. Who's to say they're not going to have children? I have tons of gay and lesbian friends, and they all have kids. Now, their kids are always vegetarian, and I don't understand that. But that's what they all do. just like heterosexual people. I mean, I know, right? It's hard to believe. They do the same things as heterosexual couples. So I'm going to be sarcastic here, but you know what? All of my gay and lesbian friends have something in common. Every last one of them. And I think this is what will end the gay population, the gay children being born, and all of that stuff. All of my gay friends have heterosexual parents who had heterosexual sex and they created gay children. So gay children are being brought here by heterosexual sex. Boom, there it is, out there in the air. I put it out there for you. It is no one's fault that your son is gay. No one. But if you choose not to love him and you choose to allow the ideas of others to cloud your brain and your thoughts of your son, then you will miss out. Then you will not have any dreams with your son because he will have a complete life without you. And that will be okay. But it won't be perfect, it won't be great, and it won't be something that he really, really wants. So my thing is to talk to your son and be honest. And all your bias and bigotry and everything, be honest. And look at your son and just let him know that regardless, you love him. And this is your problem, not his problem. Because you got to deal with what you're feeling with. Whether you agree with it or not, at the end of the day, it's going to be his life. Now, one part I want to go back to, you're worried about what people are going to ask you. Well, I've always been taught you answer the question that you want to answer. So if someone asks you, how do you feel about your son being gay? You can just sit there and go, doesn't he look fabulous? God, he's doing so great. He is living the life that he wants to. You don't have to tell anybody how you feel about your son being anything or anyone. If your son wants to dress up like Batman at 35 years old and go to work that way every day, you know what? That's him. That's what he chooses. But you still love your son. So at the end of the day, I just want to say the issue is all yours. It's not your son's. He's going to love you regardless. When you had ugly hairstyles, and believe me, he noticed. When you wore horrible clothes, believe me, he noticed. And when you were tacky, believe me, he noticed. And he loved you through all those things. And he loves you enough to share in his world that he's gay. And it's okay. But please don't tell anybody that you have a lot of gay friends or anything like that. That's just, that made me exhausted just reading that part. I mean, so unnecessary. No one cares. No one cares. No one. But your son is an awesome person regardless. And you need to remember that. So next time I do my video, next week or next time, I can't remember. I think the next one will come out Monday or Tuesday. It's going to be about a woman whose friend let her children's father claim the children on the taxes. And he's not seen the kids in over a year. He doesn't do anything. And he ran away with the money. You know I'm going to have something to say. Always remember, with love, beautiful things always occur.